Hello students, welcome all. Welcome to my channel Math Easiest Ever. Today my portion will be for class 9 and it is factorizing cubic polynomial. In my previous video, I told you how to factorize by splitting the middle terms. As a continuity of that, this is also a request from many students who have the difficulty to factorize the cubic polynomial. This comes in your exercise 2.4, the fifth question, that is factorizing a cubic polynomial. That was factorizing a quadratic polynomial, that is the degree will be 2. Here the cubic polynomial means the degree of the polynomial will be 3. This is a cubic polynomial. Okay, I am going to give the same question. It's given in your exercise 2.4, fifth question. Okay, so this factorizing, it's little big one, but once you understand, it will be quite easy. Okay, so do follow my steps. If you feel it's really benefiting, please do share with others. Every time I'm repeating the same, please do share. Let all the children get benefited from the video. Okay children, let's get started now. Now, the factorize a polynomial p of x is equal to x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. This is your exercise 2.4, fifth question, right? So, let's start with, take that last digit number 2. What are the factors of 2? Factors of 2 are 1, 2s are 2. Isn't it? 1 and 2 are the factors of 2. So, let's try this p of x with p of 1. Okay, let's try this polynomial and write p of 1 with factor 1. So, in place of x, you have to substitute 1. So, what you get? 1 cube minus 2 into 1 square minus 1. In place of x, you have to substitute 1. Okay, minus 1 plus 2. 1 cube is what? 1 into 1 into 1, it's 1. 1 square is 1 into 1 into minus 2, it's minus 2. Minus 1 plus 2. Isn't it? What is 1 and minus 1? It gets cancelled. 0. Isn't it? Minus 2 and plus 2, that also gets cancelled. So, what is your result? That is 0. That is, p of 1 is equal to 0. P of 1 is equal to 0 means x minus 1 is a factor. That is a very important point. If p of 1 is equal to 0, then x minus 1 will be a factor. If p of minus 1 is 0, then x plus 1 will be a factor. If p of 2 is equal to 0, then x minus 2 will be a factor. If p of minus 2 is equal to 0, then x plus 2 will be a factor. Now we got in the first step itself, p of 1 is equal to 0, which shows that x minus 1 is a factor. So we got this, for this cubic polynomial, we got one factor. One factor is x minus 1. Now we have to find out the rest of the factors, right? For that, what you have to do is take the first factor x minus 1. And now we are going to do the long division of this polynomial. What is this polynomial? X cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. Now we are going to do the long division of this polynomial with factorizing it, dividing it with the factor x minus 1. So take it and divide it with x minus 1. How do you divide it? Long division method. For this, take the first term of this polynomial. What is the first term? X cube. What is the first term of this? It is x. So how do you find the quotient? For this, x cube means, what is x cube? X cube is x into x into x, isn't it? Divided by 1x. So, 3 times x divided by 1x will give you x square, isn't it? So, x cube divided by x will give you x square. So, your quotient's first term is x square. So, what you have to do is, now take this x square and multiply with these two terms. So, x square into x is x cube, x square into minus 1 is minus 1 x square. After you get the first term of the quotient, take that quotient and multiply with these two terms. Okay. Now, what do you get? Now, as you do, you have to subtract so the second line sign will change. Plus will become minus and minus will become plus. Right? So, x cube minus x cube gets cancelled. It becomes 0. Minus 2 plus 1. What is minus 2 plus 1? It is minus 1 x square. Okay. Now what you have to do is take down the next term. What is the next term? It's minus x. Bring down the next term minus x. Now what you have to do is you have to find out the next term of the quotient. To find out the next term of the quotient, take this first term and this first term. What is this first term? Minus 1x square. Minus 1x square means what? Minus 1 into x into x into x. Isn't it? X square means x into x into x divided by x. Divided by this x. So 1x again 1x gets cancelled. You'll have minus 1x left. So that minus 1x you write it here. Hope it's clear for you. So you got the second term of the quotient. Now take the second term and multiply with these two terms as I told you. So what will you get? Minus 1 into x. Minus 1x into x will be minus 1. X into x is x square. Then take minus and multiply with this minus. Minus into minus becomes plus. 1x into 1 is 1x. Okay. Now what you have to do is, as I told you, you have to subtract the second line. While subtracting, your sign will change. So minus will become plus and this plus will become minus. So minus 1x square and plus 1x square gets cancelled. Now what do you have here? Minus x means it's 1x. Okay, minus 1x. Minus 1x, it becomes minus 2x. Then bring down the next term, plus 2. Okay, now we are going to find out the third term of the quotient. How do you find the third term of the quotient? Take this minus 2x. Minus 2x and divide with the minus by x. So x and gets cancelled and you will have minus 2. Now you got the third term of the quotient as minus 2. Now take this minus 2 and multiply with these two terms. So minus 2 into x is minus 2x. Minus into minus is plus. 2 into 1 is 2. Now what you have to do? You have to subtract and change the sign of the second line. So minus will become plus and plus will become minus. Minus 2x and minus plus 2x gets cancelled. It becomes 0. Plus 2 and minus 2 also gets cancelled. So you get the remainder 0. You have to do it like this till you get the quotient. Now you got the quotient as, what did you get here? A quotient as x square minus 1x minus 2. Take this quotient. Now you have to use the same splitting the middle term factorization. In my last video also I told you that comes in exercise 2.4, fourth question. So after you get the quotient, you got the quadratic polynomial here. Now you have to factorize this. Okay, I'll write it here. X square minus 1x minus 2. This quotient we have to write it here. Now split the middle term. How do you split the middle term? I told you minus 2. Minus 2's factor is what? 2 1s are 2, isn't it? So you have to get minus 1. So I'll write minus 2 and plus 1. So if I write minus 2x and plus 1x, if I add this 2, minus 2 and plus 1, I will get minus 1x. Minus 2 into 1 will be the product. These two are P and Q. I told you, two factors P and Q, such that if you add this 2, you should add or subtract, you should get this term. And if you multiply this 2, you should get the product of the first and last term. So x square into 2 is 2x square. So you have splitted minus 2x plus 1x. The remaining terms you have to write it like this, x square minus 2. Okay, after getting this, what you have to do is, you have to take out the common from this. From this x square and x, which is common? X is common. So x square divided by x is 1x. 2x divided by x is minus 2. From this 2, take 1 as common because these two have only 1 as their common factor. If you take 1x divided by 1 is x. 2 divided by 1 is 2. So you have got the same terms inside the bracket, x minus 2 and x minus 2. So take that x minus 2 as common outside and you have x plus 1. So what are the factors here? X minus 2 and x plus 1. In other words, if you multiply these two, you will get this. So which was our first factor? Our first factor was x minus 1. So we got the three factors. What are therefore? The factors are, after you factorize the cubic polynomial, the factors are, first we got x minus 1, now we got x minus 2, and then we got x plus 1. These are the three factors of that polynomial. In other words, if you multiply this and then with this, you will get this question. Hope this question is clear for you. For better understanding, I'll do one more problem for you. It is exercise, same exercise 2.4, and it is question number 2 or 3. Anything I'll do it. Which is bigger, I feel 3 is bigger. So I'll do the third one. X cube plus 13x square plus 32x plus 20. This is your P of x. P of x is this. Now this is your polynomial, cubic polynomial. We are going to factorize this. We are going to find 3 factors for this. Now what you have to do is, first you take this 20 and find what are the factors of 20. Factors of 20 are plus or minus 1. Plus 1 and minus 1 is a factor. We write it like this. Plus or minus 1 is a factor. Plus or minus 2 is a factor. Plus or minus 4 is a factor of 20. 5. Then 10 is a factor, plus or minus 10. All these are factors. So you can try with any one so that you get the polynomial as 0. So we'll start with plus 1. Okay. So in place of x, you write 1, P of 1. P of 1 means 1 cube plus 13 into, in x place you write 1 square, plus 32 into 1 plus 20. So what will you get here? 1 cube is 1. 1 square is 1 plus 13 plus 32 plus 20. So what will you get here? 14. 14 plus 20 is 34. 34 plus 32 is 34 plus 32 is you get 66. 34 plus 32 is 66, which is not equal to 0. So x minus 1 is not a factor. So what you have to do? Try with the next number. So what is that? P of minus 1. Right? P of minus 1, if you take minus, in place of x you have to substitute minus 1. Minus 1 cube plus 13 into minus 1 square plus 32 into minus 1 plus 20. Right? So minus 1 cube means minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, it's minus 1. Minus 1 square is minus 1 into minus 1, it's plus 1. Plus into 13 is plus 13. 32 into minus 1 is minus 32 and plus 20. Right? So what will you get here? Minus, what an easy way is, add the positives and add the negatives. That will be more easy. Minus 1 and minus 32 will give you minus 33. Plus 13 and plus 20 will give you plus 33. So minus 33 and plus 33 will become 0. Okay. So what did you get? P of minus 1 is equal to 0. When P of minus 1 is equal to 0 means, I told you, you should write x plus 1 is a factor. When minus 1 is a 0, x plus 1 is a factor. So you got one factor, x plus 1. So what is your next step? You got one factor. The next step is, take this x plus 1 factor and divide it with this question, cubic polynomial. So what is the polynomial? The polynomial is x cube plus 13x square plus 32 plus 20. Now this polynomial, I am going to divide it with x plus 1 because we got minus 1 is equal to 0. So we have to write x plus 1. Well, how will you divide this? Many children are making mistakes in this. Now also I am feeling that when I am taking class, I am observing that many have, in spite of continuously doing this, they are making mistakes in this division. So you practice it again and again. If you have doubts, you go through it. And again practice it. Only thing is you have to divide it correctly. Then you'll get, once you practice it will be easy. So take this first x cube and divide it with x. X cube means what? X into x into x divided by x, 1x. So x gets cancelled, you have 2x. 2x means x into x. X into x is x square. So what will you get here? X cube divided by x is x square. Now take what you got, the first term of the quotient. Take this x square and multiply with those two terms. X square into x is x cube. x square into 1 is 1x square. Hope it is clear. Now after doing this, subtract it, right? So x cube minus x cube gets cancelled. So it goes 0. 13 minus 1. second step, change the sign. 13 minus 1 is 12 x square. Bring down the next term, 32x. Now what you have to do? You have to find out the next term of the quotient. So what you have to do? Take this 12x square and divide it with x. 12x square, 12 into x, divide it with 1x. So 1x gets cancelled, you will have 12x. So your next term is plus 12x. If you have minus, you have to write minus, okay? Don't go wrong in that. Here it's plus, so plus 12x. Now take this 12x and multiply with these two terms. 12x into x is 12x square. 12x into 1 is 12x. Now what you have to do? You have to subtract. Subtract the second line, sign will change. 12x square minus 12x square gets cancelled. 32 minus 12 is 20x. And bring down this next term 20. Okay. Now 20x divided by x. What is 20 into x divided by x? X gets cancelled. You have 20. So put down this plus 20 here. Now take this 20 and multiply with these two terms. 20 into x is 20x and 20 into 1 is 20. Now subtract. Change the sign. Plus 20 minus 20 gets cancelled and you get the 0. So you got the quotient. What is the quotient here? X square plus 12x plus 20. You got a quadratic polynomial. Now you should do the second splitting the middle terms. What is splitting the middle terms? X square plus 12x plus 20. Split it. X square plus 12x plus 20. Now you see, how do you split it? You have to split the middle term such that if you add two numbers you should get 12. If you multiply two numbers you should get 20. So try it. What are the factors of 20? 20 is plus or minus 1. Then 2 is a factor, 4 is a factor, 5 is a factor, 10 is a factor and 20 is a factor. You should get 12 means 10 and 2, isn't it? 10 plus 2 will be 12. So I have splitted this 10x plus 2x. So I will get 10 plus 2 is 12. If I multiply 10 into 2, I will get 20x into x is square. This is how you do the splitting middle term. Now if I write the first term like that itself and write the last term. Right? From these two terms, take out which is common x. What is left here? X square divided by x is x. 10x divided by x is 10. From these two, take which is common. Which is common? 2 is common. 2x divided by 2 is x. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So you got x plus 10 is common in both. So you will write x plus 10 and the remaining is x plus 2. Hope this is clear for you. So you got the remaining two factors. So we got all the three factors. So the factors are, so what are the factors? So the factors of the cubic polynomial factors are, first we got which factor? P of minus 1 was 0. So x plus 1 was a factor. Now we got these two factors, x plus 10 and x plus 2. In other words, if you multiply all these, you will get the cubic polynomial. So you have factorized that big cubic polynomial and you have got arrived at the three factors. So it is just simple. First you find out the factors of the last term. From there you try it if it's p of 1 is 0 or p of minus 1 is 0, 2 is 0 or minus 2. It depends on, you will get at least by 2 or minus 2 you will get the answer as 0. If you get p of minus 1 is a 0, then x plus 1 is a factor. If p of plus 1 is a 0, x minus 1 is a factor. After you get the first factor, do the long division method. Take the cubic polynomial once again and do the long division method as I told you. You take the first term of both and divide and check and you will get the quotient. One by one you will get the three terms of the quotient. After you get the three terms of the quotient like this, again you do the middle term splitting. Middle term splitting is in such a way that if you add or subtract two terms, you should get the middle term. And if you multiply those two terms, you should get the product of first and last term. So you will factorize like this and you will get the two terms. So totally you will have three factors for your question. This is how you factorize the cubic polynomial. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any doubts, as as other children have requested, you can also request, and I will help you by giving you the videos of whichever portion you find it difficult. Thank you for watching it. Have a great day, and please subscribe my channel and pass it to others. Thank you, children.